Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Folks, Infowars is under unprecedented attack. Now, the election of Donald Trump as the 45th president of the United States of America was a major blow to the globalists, and now they are making it very clear that Infowars has played a major role on that, and so they have actually gone out of their way full bore to take us out. Now, you may have heard, but today Infowars has been banned from one of the largest advertising platforms in the world. This is going to be an unprecedented blow to our bottom line, and of course, a major attack on the liberty movement and free speech. Now, Owen, talk to us a little bit about this unprecedented attack and how, the role that this ad agency plays.
Well, it's actually funny. I hadn't thought of this till I just heard you talk. Remember, it was Rand Paul on TV a few days ago defending Donald Trump against attacks against him, saying that he was trying to stymie free speech, claiming that Donald Trump was a threat to free speech. And Rand Paul defended Donald Trump and said, well, now, wait a second. I haven't seen any legislation. I haven't seen any laws passed or anything on the books that would back up those claims. But those same people are going to ignore this story, which is an actual example of censoring free speech. So here's the key to this, folks. Now, Facebook and AdRoll, which is the company censoring Infowars now, and Twitter and all these corporations, you know what? They're private entities, and they actually can decide to do this if they want. But the issue here is why? Why are they censoring Infowars? It's a total political move, folks. It's because of the content that we push. They even cited for the political content. That's why they're discriminating against us. And so why do they discriminate? Why is it us? It's because of our views. It's because of the impact we have. And then one step further, why does it matter? Everyone online pretty much goes to Facebook, Twitter, or Google every day, right? If you are in a debate, because I'm someone that does this constantly, someone says, look it up. Where do you go? You go to Google. Well, I've noticed this recently. This is a sea change. It used to be if you type certain things into Google, like Bill Clinton rape victims or Bill Clinton rape or Hillary Clinton Saudi Arabia money, you would get sources from all across the web. You'd get Breitbart, all these stories. Now, when you search stuff like that, you only get the left-wing outlets first. Huffington Post, Snopes. It's the wildest thing. And it's slowly happening more and more. So the issue here is, if you've got Facebook, Google, Twitter, and all of these major corporations censoring free speech, essentially controlling what people are seeing, well, now they're controlling the paradigm. They're controlling perspective. They're controlling reality. That's what they want to do. That's the internet ghettos that Matt Drudge was talking about. That's why this is a big issue. They are trying to control what people see and what they think. Right.
And actually, Millie, you were there and played a major role in helping Donald Trump get elected by just being out there at those protests and being able to capture video of Hillary Clinton being ill and speaking with people, dialoguing, the size of the crowds.
Exactly. I mean, the coverage that we provided as Infowars during the Trump election was very important and pretty crucial to Trump's victory. And if we didn't have that ability, imagine if they tried to shut us down even before the election, they would have succeeded in getting Hillary Clinton the presidency. I really do believe that. And that's why right now we are under attack. Trump may have won the presidency and we may have won that battle, but the war is not over.
Still going on.
And they know it, and they are still pressing forward.
Right. And this is, we reported about how George Soros and other groups are actually backing now Google and other French outlets so that they won't lose their leg in France. With Marie Le Pen, the election coming up there, they want to make sure that they can control that there and not see the loss go to their globalist puppet that they want to put in. So this is another reason why they want to take Infowars out, because we are one of those outlets that people, French citizens, could come to and get actual real reporting about what's going on in their country.
Well, and think about this. They had already controlled to a very large extent, if not full control, over the television spectrum. So they've been able to control so much of reality, so much of the news, so much of the media, just with their control on television and all the corporations that own all of the television entities, and a lot of them end up owning a lot of the written publications too, but just on TV. So now what they saw is that the internet has now, I guess pun intended, trumped TV. And so Trump was kind of the first person, I forget who coined this, but somebody said this on the Jones Show. Trump was the first person elected by social media. Trump was the first person elected by the internet. So now we're in this new age where it's the internet that's going to help decide the outcome of the election, not just the TV. We saw it in the history with radio and TV. So now they've got to get their control over the internet. And just so people understand the ins and outs of this, basically, you've seen how ad sharing works. Whenever you go to a website, you see a bunch of just random ads, a conglomeration of different ads. Some of them just have crazy headlines. Some might be health, this, that, or the other thing. And you see these in different columns around different ads. And Infowars was part of that. That's how people found our products. That's how we got some of our news out there. Well, now they've pulled that and we no longer have that access. Just so people understand the ins and outs. And again, that story is on Infowars.com.
And how massive this is. I mean, we truly have always been able to carry ourselves because of the high quality products that we sell to our listeners out there. So that's how we've been able to succeed. We haven't had to get in bed with the goblins, so to speak. But that ad share revenue really is going to, that's actually the money that Jones took from the ad share revenue was what he used to hire all of the new employees that you see here, as well as to extend the studio and build one of our new studios. So that is going to be a huge hit to us, which is why it's so important now more than ever to help support this broadcast, buy the products. But I wanted to just point out something that's so ironic that that's happening now. A lot of independent cinemas, I think 90 cinemas across the United States, are going to be airing the movie 1984 in protest of Donald Trump. How ironic is that? They are airing 1984 specifically because of his alleged proposed cuts on cultural institutions. But this is good because now a whole new generation of people is going to understand exactly this story of 1984 and how Donald Trump and electing him was our way of stopping Ingsoc in 1984 and the Ministry of Truth. Former President Obama on his way out suggested, it's too messy out there. We need to go back to the old days where there was only the 3 main media outlets giving everyone their news. We need some kind of a truthiness filter, so this blocking of the media and shutting down alternative media, this was something that was put in place way before Trump got elected. But they talk about it here in this article, Orwell's portrait of a government that manufactures their own facts, demands total obedience, and demonizes foreign enemies has never been timelier. What the heck? Donald Trump has only been in office for 1 month, and that's what he's been fighting against. Thought control, the Ministry of Truthiness, total obedience, demonizing foreign enemies. They were going after Russia and putting Russia out as the boogeyman before it was even, they've got to have a boogeyman to fight against.
Exactly. And, speaking of 1984, Google and all of these companies, we've seen how Google bought up YouTube and, they're really just trying to monopolize the portals that we use to express our freedom of speech. And as you were talking on 1984, this technology with the internet, it allows us to voice our rights, to share our beliefs, and to obtain the ultimate form and expressions of freedom. But if we allow them to win this battle against, free speech, then this technology can be used to police us in a horrifying way, just like in 1984.
Absolutely. And so that is why we are launching a 13-hour broadcast. It's going to start tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time with the Alex Jones Show. We're all going to be here 13 hours. It's the Defense of Liberty 13-hour special broadcast. I mean, this ban is a critical blow to the heart of the info war. We are a totally independent media organization. We receive absolutely no funding from government groups or mega corporations. We are user funded. We are able to run this entire operation because of people out there who love liberty and want to support the truth and want to make sure that this information continues to get out there. So I know that, we'll all be there as well. But this is the time for you guys to go to the Infowars store, buy the products. I guarantee Jones is working behind the scenes on some specials right now. It's the Defend the Infowars special. He's going to be running these massive specials all day long, but we're going to be losing a very large percentage of our total income that Jones would use to hire more reporters. He said he wanted to hire 100 more. So I guarantee if we're able to raise enough money and kind of give the middle finger to the globalists in their latest move to try to knock us out, But that's all going to happen tomorrow. Starts at 11 a.m. Central. We will see you there.
In case you haven't heard, Infowars has become the most influential media outlet in America. We're making freedom go viral. And now we are proud to announce a new weapon in the epic battle against the globalists. Infowars Prime, where you can watch live high-definition feeds of The Alex Jones Show, plus exclusive insider videos from the Infowars crew and behind-the-scenes action. Go to Infowars.com/app and download today. Infowars Prime is available right now for your iPhone or Android. You will have access to exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else. And that means live coverage of events and breaking news on location as it happens. You can also take advantage of amazing deals from the Infowars store that are only available for Infowars Prime subscribers. That's Infowars Prime at Infowars.com/app. And if you can hear my voice, you are the resistance.